Testing. Yeah, actually, that's the most a certain subject, like maybe have more heavy practical, this sample is fine. Or you need to use your calculator, the table, that. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14 of you. Okay, permission to record. Last week, I recorded using Teams, but it won't go to my, it didn't go to my team recording of my Microsoft 365. I don't know why. 2 classes I did record, yet none appear. Then maybe there's a storage limit. But it's just around 6 to 7 videos in the team recording. Now I'm using my husband one because he got a lot of capacity. Hope that I can save the video because the last week one, many students want it. Alamak, because it's adjustment, right? I think your assignment soon will be released. Okay, when I get the question, then we should discuss. If let's say it's being published or shared in the Moodle, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, good morning, everyone. Here got another table. If you want to use it, you can take it. I can put my bag somewhere else. I'm not sure whether this account is functioning or not. Today we are having this financial statement with adjustment, and I tell you when we will have this topic, okay, of course it is a good exposure for your midterm as well as your final, because this topic is considered a favorite topic. Yeah, in fact, for the accounting papers, most of this reporting, they must have a complete question. Okay, example, your preparation of statement P&L, SOL, statement of financial position, statement of changes in equity, or we can also call it as statement of retained earnings. Okay, same thing. Yeah, these three. Like my subject for this trimester, I have my financial accounting to the advanced level, the second year students. They have this topic for 50 marks. It's a lot, yeah. But of course, there are adjustments more for what we call it, the advanced level of accounting. Okay, but I noticed some of the question, like question 4 and 5, there's some adjustment, even though stated here with no adjustment. Okay, but it's a very basic one. Your midterm, I saw yesterday someone asked me about the lecture content. Okay, so I believe you got an adjustment. Okay, you have adjustments, be a few in the question. Okay, all right, let's go to question 1. Epiphone Enterprise provide lighting equipment for live music venues. Their trial balance for the year ended 31st December 20x2. So when you have this trial balance, of course, it should conclude that the company already closed the account. Yeah, because this is their year ended. When I see the question, you see, prepare SOPL for the year to 31st December 20x2. So meaning all these balances, sorry, It based on their ledger. Wait, I haven't shared. Okay, it is from their ledger. They already closed their accounts. However, some items, as you notice, example like this inventory, as at 1st January. So this will be the date the company begin their financial period, okay? The accounting period. So from 1st January 20x2 up to 31st December 20x2. As long as you don't see any date, meaning that's the balance of those accounts as at 31st December 20x2. Okay, so in exam, please be careful. Yeah, because some question, we have here the trial balance, okay? The trial balance at the beginning of the year, all right? At the beginning of the year. Or they give you something like this, but you have to be careful. Normally the depreciation, the interest on loan. Now, these are the things that you have to highlight, okay? All right. Inventory, assets. Oh, by the way, we have here additional information, only one information provided in the question. Yeah, we have the inventory on 31st December 20x2. So when I see this date, of course, I can conclude that this 5,000 is my closing stock, closing inventory. Okay, as you know, we don't maintain stock account. That's why you don't know what is the closing balance of your stock inventory. Okay, but we do maintain the movement of stock, which is involve your purchases, your sales, return inward, return outwards, right? So that's why we don't know how much is the closing inventory. So what will be the process to know how much is your closing inventory, closing stock at the end of the year? So company will count. It will be a physical count. Okay, that's how we determine or we conduct a stock take. Stock take. Eh? That's a process lah. Okay, I would suggest if you receive this trial balance in the exam, firstly, you categorize, okay? You categorize those accounts. Is it asset? Is it liability? Is it equity? Is it revenue? Is it expenses? And then where you should post it, where should you charge it, okay? Whether SOPL, SOFP, or further, we have the statement of retained earnings. Don't bang the glass, okay? Firstly, the opening inventory. Okay, opening inventory. This one I should put inside my COGS, SOPL. Oh yeah, maybe I should highlight before that. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Maybe some of you with no basic, it would be good for me to share this basic format. And this basic format prepared by my students, okay, my training students, not the degree one, okay? So he shared with me, it's very good with colors, so I like it. You write your company name, the title, be careful for the year ended for your SOPL, meaning we only account revenue and expenses from 1st January 2022 until 31st December 2022. Okay, you start with sales. Sales is a kind like the head of this statement. Okay, the important things or the leaders lah, so-called the head. So even though I have the working, I just simply put it in the second column. In exam, you can prepare 3 columns of SOPL of the amount, meaning including your details of 4 columns. Or you can prepare something like this. This is the basic format. Also can be used for the submissions of tax return to our IRB, Inland Revenue Board, among the small and micro enterprises. This is a simple one. Okay, you may come across our answers later. You have 3 columns of amount. In exam, both are accepted. Okay, you want a simple one, this will be the one. You have your sales on the second column minus your return inwards, sales return. Right? That's why that day someone said, can I debit sales? if customer return goods to us? I said no, because we need to maintain this individual account of return inward because we want to see the movement of stock. Okay, movement of stock. So when you have return inwards, indirectly it will reduce your sales. And I said, don't deduct straight away your sales. Come out an account, debit return inwards. So this is the one. Sales increase on credit, debit return inward will reduce your sales. Okay, then we get the net sales. After that, your COGS. COGS involves this computation, this working. We start with opening inventory, purchases. Next, you have any costs that will increase the purchase cost. Example like custom duty. Example like carriage inwards. Carriage inward is transportation cost charged by the supplier to your business. Like you buy Shopee, okay? Shopee charge you the transportation cost, right? So carriage inwards is an expense. Transportation costs that increase your purchase cost. And some students say, hey, why we have to plus these expenses? Be careful. Actually, this is only the working involved, which you will get your COGS here. You see your COGS, end up you will minus because it's a cost. Okay, so all these, we want to see the cost of goods when you purchase. Okay, that's why the term is cost of goods available for sale. Available for sale is actually you purchase those inventory, then it's ready to be processed and sell it to the customer. Okay, you can have levy duty, you can have insurance on purchases, so it increases the purchase cost, you plus. Next, we have return outwards. Purchase return. Customer returns good to the supplier. Customer return the goods. Company return the goods to the supplier. Okay, our business returns the goods to the supplier. Sorry. Okay, so we return the goods. So it reduces our purchase cost. It will reduce our purchase, right? So it will reduce your purchase cost. So that's why return outwards you minus. And the last one, as we don't maintain any stock account, we can't see the movement of stock, right? So you want to see the changes of stock, how much stock left. You buy, open inventory, or the purchases itself, and then you minus your closing inventory. So you can know how much you have used or utilized. Okay, how much stock being utilized to produce your finished good. So closing inventory minus. So you settle all these, okay? We put sum here, you plus everything, or negative, of course, you plus, it's become negative, right? Then the total go here. Next, net sales minus your COGS. So this is your COGS. Some book call it SCOS. Both are accepted in the exam. Can you write COGS? You don't want to write cost of goods sold. I accept that. But when you work, please don't do that. Must be info lah. For exam, okay, fine. It's common for us to know that COGS is cost of goods sold, or you want to write COS. So net sales minus COGS, I have this total. Right? You see, minus. Okay, we get this one. If it is positive, it turns out you have gross profit. If this figure is negative, you have gross loss. Okay, normally in exam, this amount will grant you mark. So make sure you write the value and the details. If you don't write the details, I minus your mark. Okay? This one normally in answer scheme, there's a mark for it. Next, we plus other revenue or other income. If you may recall, the day I met you, I did mention that those accounts or details ended with received, past tense, received. That should be your other revenue. Okay, other revenue. So we plus the other revenue. Let's say you just have only one. So you can put straight away in the second column or the final column. If you have more than one, then you write it here and the total go here. It is a revenue, so we plus. Okay, so we get this total. And normally this total got no mark in exam. But in accounting, it's common lah. It's a practice for us to show this plus this, and we get one total here. So we know our total revenue. Okay. Next, we minus off the expenses. In exam, normally you got more than one expenses. One expense, sorry, one expense. So definitely you have to write it here and the total go to here. And this minus this one. So you get this value. If you have positive, net profit, net income. If you have negative, it is a net loss. And normally for this total, single line at the top, double line at the bottom. Okay, double line at the bottom. I believe most students agrees that preparing this SOPL is much challenging than your SOFP. And I notice also many students made mistake for SOPL. When your net profit is wrong, definitely it will affect your SOFP. Okay? So make sure your SOPL tip-top, then it's going to be a very smooth preparation of your SOFP. Okay, now we move to SOFP. Company name, title, asset. Okay, asset. Meaning all asset, liability, and equity from the day one we start business until the end of the year. Okay? It should be the day you start, maybe last 5 years, last 2 years, you began your business until now. Okay, not like your SOPL. It is only the revenue and expenses for that particular year. Okay, from 1st January 2022 up to 31st December 2022. Okay, talking about format, some book they start with the L plus E, meaning this section will be at the top. Can you do that? Yes, accepted. As long A equal to L plus E or C, or some book, some method, A minus L equal to E or C, also accepted. Okay, I give you a common one. We start with the asset. So we'll begin with the non-current asset, right? I list down here. I don't have the accumulated depreciation. I don't have the accumulated depreciation because this is for the external trainings for micro enterprises. They don't treat depreciation. Okay, so if you have depreciation, okay, your statement of financial position automatically will be 3 columns of amount, meaning including your details is going to be 4 columns. Okay, later we will see, but it's very, very simple, right? You just get your cost of the asset and then minus the accumulated depreciation for the respective asset. Remember, land has no depreciation. It's always appreciation in value. Okay, recall back, depreciation is an estimation of reduction of value of your non-current asset. What's the reason? You use it. Okay, so the value of your asset will not be the same as the day one you have. Okay, your exam normally you have accumulated depreciation. Okay, let's say you don't have it, just park in the final column. Then we move to the current asset. Okay, we move to the current asset. When you work in future, it will follow the liquidity. Okay, this is the liquidity level of our asset. It will start with inventory, trade receivables, bank cash, and the last one is your prepaid expenses. Okay, or accrued revenue. Yeah. And for your exam, you don't want to follow the list of the liquidity, never mind. Okay, but when you work in future, please follow the liquidity lah, liquidity level. So I have more than one. Your exam also normally more than one. So it should be in the first column. The total go to the second column. If you have, another one, what is it? Provision for bad debt or what you call in your syllabus, what is it? Yeah, okay. Give me 1 minute. Scroll. Here, allowance. They call it allowance for doubtful debts or provision for bad debts. Same thing. Okay. Some book allowance for bad debts. Same thing. If you have that one, so definitely you have to put these trade receivables in the first column, this amount second column, then you got this one on the third column. You have 3. After we will see. Okay, then settle your asset. Then we move to our capital and liabilities, the equity, honor equity and the liability. You can start with capital, you can start with liability. Either one come first, no issue, right? So capital, and then we plus the net profit. So net profit you generate from your SOPL. Okay, if I see this presentation, I know this company prepared the accounts for the first time. Okay, if the company prepare accounts for future years or next year, normally here they don't write net profit, they write retained earnings. Okay, what is retained earnings? Other terms, we call it as accumulated profit. Okay, so in exam, I can use any of these terms, retained earnings or accumulated profit. So the terms accumulated is already tell you that, okay, this is a accumulated profit from the last year one plus this year, then we get the closing balance. Okay, so this year profit, how do you derive it? By preparing your SOP, SOPL. Okay, so the concept almost the same. The only thing it is the cumulative one, right? Accumulate meaning cumulative. If you have only net profit, meaning that's the first year, the account being prepared by the company. Then if you have any drawings or withdrawal, you minus here. If you have dividends, normally dividends, definitely you should prepare your statement of retained earnings or statement of changes in equity. Why? Because dividend is not an expense. It will reduce your retained earnings. Remember, company make profit, then only we pay dividends. If let's say the question doesn't ask you to prepare statement of retained earnings or statement of changes in equity, where should you put your dividend? Here. You minus from your capital. Okay? Or you want to show it by minus your net profit. Also okay. I get one total, then I plus all the liabilities. Some books, they just put all of these here. Okay? In the second column. You can do that. Some book they put because more than one, right? So I put in the first column and then total go here. And the last one, liability plus capital, you have this total, asset equal to liability plus capital, then you can jump in the exam. Okay? Oh, I can't imagine how happy I am if I get a balance for my this SOFP. Normally 99% your answer is correct. Okay? You prepare SOPL, we can't see much. Yeah, we can determine whether our answer is okay or not. But if you may balance your A equal to L plus C or L plus E of your SOFP, somehow you can get full mark for that. Okay, come back to here. So you see the trial balance. First thing you categorize. Okay, you group it. Wages, expenses. So expenses we send to SOPL. Where should you charge it? Capital account, this is capital or equity. Oh, sorry. Equity. So what is it? Charge to SOFP. Okay, we charge to SOFP. Purchases. COGS. Under SOPL. Return outwards. Business returns good to the supplier. COGS under SOPL. Accounts payable. Liability, SOFP. Allowance for doubtful debts, SOFP. It will reduce your receivables. Building is asset, SOFP. Accumulated depreciation for building, SOFP. Motor vehicles is asset, SOFP. Accumulated depreciations of motor vehicle, SOFP. It will reduce your asset value. Loan repayable in 20x9. Okay, we have the period of repayment. Okay, so now our accounting year ended 20x2. The loan will be repaid by 20x9. So this is your non-current liability, right? Non-current liability. So I just put here liability under SOFP. If you want to group it under non-current versus current liability, so this one should be non-current liability. How can I know the term of the loan? Okay, more than 1 year. It should be long-term loan. Next, bank. Bank is asset. We park under SOFP. Heating and lighting expenses. Obviously, it is an expense, so SOPL. Sales is a revenue, right? So SOPL. Interest expense is expenses, SOPL. Receivable is asset, SOFP. Miscellaneous expenses is expense, SOPL. Okay, you categorize, then make your life easier later on. Okay, especially you want to recheck whether you miss the item or not. That one common. Because questions, they don't put all items under SOPL one by one. After that, SOFP, no. It can be, something like this. Okay, let's prepare the SOPL and the SOFP. Firstly, the title, name of the company. Okay, then you write, you draw a line. Here I show you the 2 columns of SOPL. Very, very simple. Accepted in exam, yes. Accepted for IRB, yes. Okay, firstly, your revenue, sales. Okay, take from the questions. Just now we have the sales. Okay, now normally what I did in the exam, I highlight or I put tick, meaning I already write the items in my answer. So you don't waste your time, check one by one, where is the item that I miss? Okay, you're already done, you tick. You tick here lah, so that it won't be so much messy on your question paper. Okay, you tick. Then you already take the item into your answer. Okay, all right. That's sales. We don't have written in words in this question, or else you minus. Right? So this is going to be my net sales. Next up, COGS. Okay, or COS. We start with opening inventory. So here I have only 2 columns, right? So all of this working inside the first column. So opening inventory from the question. Inventory. How can I know the date? Okay, so 2006. Done. Purchases. You take already the item, you take 88,000. Okay, next. Return outwards. Okay, 600. Minus because you return goods to the supplier. It reduces your purchase cost. Okay, we don't have duty, levy cost, insurance on purchase, carriage inwards. We don't have any. So or else you will plus here. And the last one, minus the closing inventory. Closing inventory will not be inside your trial balance. It should be inside additional information. This one, 5,000. So I minus the 5,000. So you settle this, we get 85,000. So this is your COGS. It's also not compulsory for you to write. You want to write, you don't want to write, up to you. Then your net sales minus COGS. If you get positive, you should write gross profit. Normally there's a mark for this. Okay? Any problem up to gross profit? Any of you prepare the answer? Yes? No? Yesterday, most of my students busy with what? Falsafa assignment. Do you involve in this subject? Okay. All right, gross profit done. We go to next item, expenses. We list down in the first column. Same thing. So just now you already group it, right? So expenses, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Interest expense. What else? Heating and lighting expense. Okay, it's okay like this. Next. What else? 1, 2, 3. Is it? 1, 2, 3. Do I have anything else? Wages, yes, another one. Okay, 4 items. Am I right? Sunset. Okay, 76,200 total. Minus. No need to put all bracket here lah. It looks so messy. Okay, because we know already less expenses. So all this is your list of expenses. Okay, then we get this total. So gross profit minus total expenses. So I have 45,800 positive net profit, negative net loss. Okay, counting with SOPL, we move to SOFP, as at company name and the title, draw the line. Okay, I have 3 columns since in the question we have the accumulated depreciation. And we have also the allowance for doubtful debts or provision for bad debts. Okay, all right, here I start with the assets side, asset section. So you write non-current asset. Okay, this PPE is not compulsory. You want to write, no, mark, you don't want to write, also never mind. We start with building. Okay, this is the value from your question. Building, just now this one. Okay, 70K. And then we send the accumulated depreciation as well. Okay, minus 40. You see, building on debit, the provision for depreciation or accumulated depreciation on credit. So it will reduce the value of your asset accordingly. So we get 56 for the building. Right? Moving on for your motor vehicles. And we minus this accumulated depreciation for motor vehicles, 18 and 6 respectively. So we got net book value. This item, this amount, we call it as NBV, NCA, net carrying amount. Okay, 12,000. That's all for our NCA. So I can total this 56 plus 12, we get 68. Okay. Next, we move to current asset. You have bank. I put it in the second column since I have this allowance for doubtful debt. Let's say your question, you don't have allowance for doubtful debt, so your account receivable will be in the second column. Okay, so my account receivable and banks, bank, this one done. And then our receivables at the bottom just now, this one done. Okay, take the amount and then our allowance for doubtful debt, which reduce our receivables. Okay, so we get this one, 22.8 minus 0.9, so I get 21.9. Next, our inventory. Even though you don't have to write closing inventory, that we should know that this inventory should be the inventory as at 31st December 20x2. So definitely I cannot take this one because this is on 1st January 20x2. So I should have this one, which is the inventory as at 31st December. Okay, remember that. Many students made mistake why their SOFP is not balanced, SOPL tip top. Because wrongly took this inventory value. Okay, closing inventory. Some of you, they want to give a good highlight. They write here closing inventory. Okay lah, I close eyes lah, accept. But when you work, don't write like that lah. Eh? Okay, then I total up. I get 33,700. Then that's all for my asset. 68 plus 33,700, 101,700. Total asset. Single line at the top, double line at the bottom. Okay, next, your L plus E or C. You want to start with honor equity, you want to start with liability, either one. Which one comes first? No issue. Like here, I have my liability. These questions, these answers, they categorize to NCL, non-current liability and current liability. Normally, if I teach the external training for small firm, I said, make it something like this. You see, capital and liability, just park everything. Yeah. But for exam purpose, normally this one we don't penalty lah. Yeah, you don't have this category. You just put loan or long-term loan, accounts payable here. Never mind. Okay. We have only one. That's why everything goes to the final column, the amount. So loan and accounts payable. Loan, on credit, right? Liability on credit. And our accounts payable. Okay, what's left? Only this one, capital account. Okay, done. Then we transfer the capital account 28,900. And just now our net profit from your SOPL, 45,800. Okay, we plus everything, 101,700. Settle. Make sure it's balanced. This equal to this. Somehow your answer is correct. All of it is correct. Correct, sorry. Okay? Any doubt? How long you should spend in exam to answer this question? If you can make it 30 minutes, 35 minutes, tip top. Because here no adjustment. Normally you get headache when you have those adjustments. The adjustment sometimes 4 or 5, something like that. Okay, number of adjustments. Don't spend 1 hour. Oh, I think you got not enough time for other questions. Some students, they cannot balance their SOFP, they keep change. Here go to asset lah, change to liability lah, change the SOPL. No. You must go back to the rule. Okay? It's not just simply change here and there. Yeah? You can't balance, it's okay because each item grant mark. Don't waste time by focusing on the balancing. Sometimes the balancing figure got no mark. Frankly speaking. So don't waste your time just looking for this balancing. It's already 1 hour. Skip, go to next question. Then maybe you have time, you can return to the question. Okay? All right. If no doubt, no question, we move to the second one. So all item, make sure you already tick. So you don't skip any of it. Yeah. Strategy, technique in exam also will enhance your speed. In exam, time is the best enemy. For accounting paper, time is your best enemy. Okay. We move to question 2. For this enterprise, trial balance 31st December 20x3. So this is our year end date. Provided all the debit credit. Inventory was counted on 31st December 20x3 for 9,000. Okay, so this one will be sent to your TOG as charged to SOPL. Okay, one by one. Buildings, asset, SOFP. Accumulated depreciation of building, SOFP. Reduce the asset accordingly. Equipment is asset, SOFP. Accumulated depreciation of equipment, reduce the asset value in SOFP. Purchases, COGS, SOPL. Return outwards, COGS, SOPL. We return goods to the supplier, business return goods. Accounts payable, liability, SOFP. Allowance for doubtful debts, it reduces your receivables, SOFP. Bank is asset, SOFP. Sales is revenue, SOPL. Interest expense is an expense, SOPL. Loan repayable in 20x9. Your year ended X3, so long-term loan, non-current liability, SOFP. Inventory as at 1st January. Your opening inventory, COGS, SOPL. Wages, it is an expense, SOPL. Capital account, this is your CRE, SOFP. Account receivable is your asset, SOFP. Gas and electricity expenses, your expense, SOPL. Insurance expense is an expense, SOPL. Okay, done. It's now also closing inventory. We already noticed. We can prepare SOPL and SOFP. Firstly, company name, the title, SOPL for the year ended. We start with sales. Okay, guys, do you know other terms of sales that we can use in exam? I'm not sure whether I did mention to you or not before this. Turnover. Turnover. Another one is what? Sales turnover. Revenue. Okay, revenue. If you have service business, you don't call sales, maybe service revenue. Okay, service revenue. So in exam, I can use term sales revenue or turnover. Some of you don't know. You cannot ask me in exam. Ma'am, where is the sales? I can't see sales. But if you have revenue or turnover, it should be on the credit of the trial balance. Same thing. If you ask me, I don't answer. I just smile. Okay. So 408 is our sales. 408 sales done. Transfer to SOPL. We don't have written in words again, so we can have the COS or COGS. Okay, here I have 3 columns of amount of SOPL. Okay, so I start with opening inventory in the second column. So opening inventory done. Next, purchases minus return outwards. Purchases and the return outwards. Where should you write it? In the first column. Okay, first column. And then the total here, we call it net purchases. In the exam, you don't write these details and these 2 net purchases, cost of good available for sale. It should be okay, no issue. No mark, actually. And normally no mark for this. That's why I would prefer if you want to make it fast in exam, you make it 2. 2 columns should be fine. Okay. All right. Next. 182 minus 2,000 net purchase is 180, and then 4,000 opening inventory plus my net purchase, I get cost of good available for sales. Okay, if you have those custom duty, you have carriage inward, then you plus lah. Yeah, somehow normally after purchases lah. Okay, after purchases. All right, now closing inventory. So just now is here. Okay, 9,000. So we take down out this closing inventory, we minus. So we get 175, COGS. Sales minus COGS, you get gross profit, positive. This one, please write the details. Okay, because normally got mark. Benjamin, right? Is it correct? Are you okay, Benjamin? Oh, totally facing me, the chair. I think the angle may be 50 degrees, 60 degrees. Okay, gross profit. Next, we move to the expenses. So we have insurance expense. We have gas and electricity. What else? We have wages, interest expense. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 81,000 total, 233 minus 81, 152. positive net profit. Okay, positive net profit. Moving on, SOFP, asset. Okay, we have 3 columns since we have accumulated depreciation. Also, we have the allowance for doubtful debts. Okay, we start with the asset side, non-current asset, building, and accumulated depreciation. Building, and the accumulated depreciation. Okay, 160 minus 24. And after that, we send also our equipment and the accumulated depreciation of equipment, 218 minus 106. Okay, so 136,112 plus 248. Total non-current assets, NCA. Next, current assets. All right, here is your closing inventory in the additional information. Just now, this one. Don't take opening inventory. Oh, I think many times I remind. I still have students take opening inventory in exam. Hope not you lah. Next, the current receivables should be in the first column since we have this allowance for that. Okay, receivables. This one, guys, we transfer to SOFP and our allowance for that. Reduce the receivables. Okay, so we get 47,000 and then we have the bank of 10,000. Right, we transfer for the current asset, then we total up, we get 66. Then 248 plus 66, 314,000 total asset. Next, your liability and equity. You want to start with liability or equity first, no issue. Okay, you want to group into non-current liability or current liability also, that is good. You don't do it also, no penalty. Okay, so 40 and 13. You have the loan, 40K. You have the payables of 13K. Okay, done. Then we transfer the capital amount. This is the last one, which is 109. The rest already tick, done. We taken up for our preparation of accounts. And the last one, this one we post from your SOPL. Okay, there you go. We plus everything, 40, 13, 261, 31, 4,000. L plus E, L plus C. Then equal to asset, then cal T. Then this question is similar to question 1. Okay. If you be an accountant, every single second in your day, working day, you will deal with this a lot. Big firm, sometimes daily, and double entry. Small firm, sometimes they make it once a week or 3 days time. They key in. So when you click the final report, then you can see lah. You can see all the time. Yeah, every time you include your double entry into the system, it will be balanced. If you click the final account preparation of SOMP, it will tell you how much is your asset, liability, and equity at all time. Because in our double entry, it's always balanced, right? Debit and credit. So definitely it must be balanced. If not balanced, something wrong with your double entry. Maybe you can conduct audit trail. You check lah which particular items that have mistake. Okay, I let you off for 10 minutes break. Then we will continue after this. Sure. Guys, for exam, make sure bring your calculator, okay? No handphone calculator is allowed. And I'm not responsible to find a replacement calculator. I have my one, I'll bring one, but I don't know the mama version mana. You all love the scientific calculator kan? Make sure with battery ya. When you cry, I think the battery is still low. Won't help you. No. You can write same thing. Okay. Equity or okay. Share capital. Uh-uh. If the question asks you to prepare statement of internal needs, so you have to prepare statement of internal needs, bring the need plus the profit for the year to get your percentage. I need you will proceed. If you have dividend, you mind it in the statement of internal need. If the question doesn't ask you to prepare statement of internal need, you don't have lines.
This one is that was the
Examples. Normally that should be the primary. So now your concern is whether you have to be present or not. Is it? It's question more general, but they can be tested. I'm not scared that it's a good question actually. Be tested. Much of the best. Just tell to the demo general, that's it. Ah, yes, don't waste your time. Okay, good question. Okay, guys, if let's say in exam, you have been asked to prepare this SOFP, SOPL, okay, SOPL first lah, and then SOFP, prepare statement of retained earnings. It doesn't state anywhere, show the journal of the adjustment. So skip lah, you don't have to prepare the journal, the debit credit, okay? Normally like that, but there's nothing wrong if the exam question tests you on the double entry. Eh? The double entry, go back to your first class. Maybe future you have on the adjustment. Why? Oh, in our tutorial, we do have the adjustment with journal, right? Debit depreciation, related depreciation. Debit interest, credit interest, loan payable or interest payable. We do have journal. Okay, you should be ready. That's right. Journal come out now. This it's not telling answers. Because I don't prepare the question. Thus I can just tell you. Very good question. Anyone prepare the answer, but then different answer from my answer. Open for discussion. Very fun now, week 6 already. Meaning 6 weeks, you see this face. Are you okay with the classes?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Is it too fast? Too slow? Maybe too slow also not okay. Yeah? But last week video lah, I regret lah. How come it's not recorded? Guys, try to score A for this subject. It is a 4 credit hours, you know. It will affect your CGPA and your GPA, of course. Okay? Those who have basic, then you got more opportunities. Any of you still don't have group for assignment? We need 4 members per group. Any of you still don't have group? I still have students who approach me this week saying that he don't have group, he doesn't have group.
When this was released the assignment.
Kira planning will do it. Early Monday, last Monday, he asked me the name list. So I believe soon he will release the question.
Because it's already close to the time.
No, I know. The rate right for you to prepare. But the topic not yet covered in your lecture.
Oh.
I think that's the reason.
So you want to teach?
I really, I saw the coverage of your financial statement analysis is after this topic then. You finish your
Assignment is talking about what?
I think FSA, financial statement analysis. The name you didn't mention, but I think that financial statement analysis for assignment, don't only rely on your online notes, your notes, section note. Get the reference book from the library. Then you can have a better and a great analysis. Okay? It's not only talking about increase by how many percent, decrease by how many percent. You should say, why is it increase? Why is it decrease? If you can determine that, then your answer, your mark will be higher. The reason behind it. You refer the reference book, they can teach you how to have a good analysis of these numbers. Then if I'm mistaken, if it's a 2 years or 2 companies.
We want to find about idea, but
two companies, you compare. Then you will study which one is better.
Want to find
You need to open.
Because a lot of companies,
Long, a lot of things, yes. Agree. Because in do some, then is the company. And then try to find company which is similar industry, or else you compare durian and apple. Then your analysis doesn't make sense. We will see now what type of comparisons. Is it between 2 companies or 1 company 2 years? So, is it improved? Give 2 years data, you find 2 years data in the financial segment, and then compare. Or they can also ask you 1 year for 2 companies, then compare. Dah buat dah, ni awak orang dah tak. Debit, withdrawal, credit what? Cash ke apa? Oh, good. Purchases, you already purchase purchases. COGSU, withdrawals. Yeah. Under Zioja University there we go. Got one SPM question, anak I baru tadi I last week this I must be David drama credit Jesus. Hey, but if you know, then you know. Don't like it.
If I know that.
Yeah. Okay, this topic, pressure of SOPL, SOFP, nothing else than repetition, guys. You repeat and repeat, you'll be familiar. Don't worry much about the column. Okay, frankly, I don't penalty much on column. Let's say it should be in the first column, you put in the second column. You put that, so I understand and that's it. Because you want to erase blah 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 blah, it takes time. Sometimes you lost your confidence, because erasing here and there. One more thing. I don't mind if you want to use pencil. Yeah, we must use pen all the time. Pro. My student, because if I scan, I still can see the here, the whole of you still cannot. And make sure your handwriting is readable, yeah. Very important. Number 7, number 4, number 8, number 0, number 9, number 6. So all these confusing handwriting.
I need to.
Yes, of course. How much you are supposed to pay? This way. English, no, I don't understand. Put it in the because the day I told you on this accrual and prepayment was supposed to pay, right? So put in SOPL. You're supposed to pay for the year, so that is your expense for the year. So you must yes, because got two, right? Always two. So debit, interest expense, credit, interest payment. Then balance. One go to SOPL, one go to SOPL. Pula this thing. Saya naik. What? Go cut. Can I have my attendance? Okay, there. That. Have a sign attendance. Justin is not around. Okay. You let go. Come on. It's answer. Very hot, eh? Okay, let's continue. Question 3, jap, eh? Question 3 similar to question 2. I want to go to question 4. Okay, we try 4 and 5. Okay, 3 similar. You've got time, then we return, or else you can refer the answers. Okay, question 4. We have this company. Year ended 31st December 20x5. Okay, we have the debit credit trial balance. Oh, it's very, very long trial balance. Close inventory. Okay, close inventory. 40,000. So this one we send to COGSSOBL. Interest on loan being accrued. Okay, we just asked the question. The guy just now. This one. Interest on loan has been accrued for the year ended. So means what? The company not yet paid interest on loan. Okay, have a look in the trial balance. Where is the loan? Loan here, long-term loan, 8%. What is this 8%, guys? The interest rate. Good job. The interest rate. So we can compute the interest rate. 8% multiply 75,000. Okay, 8% multiply 75,000. 6,000. Right? 6,000 ringgit. So the interest expense is 75K multiply 8%. So we get 6,000 ringgit. This is the interest expense. So interest expense we send to SOPL. Not only that, since it is accruals, right? So you have interest payable or interest loan payable. So this is gonna be your liability. Okay, we send to SOFP. Okay. If you ask me the double entry, debit interest expense, credit interest payable. Interest expense charged to SOPL because that's the expense that you are supposed to pay for that particular period, right? Because you learn, you prepare SOPL, those revenue expenses incurred for the year, meaning you are supposed to pay. All right. So done with the interest on loan. Okay, now we can categorize the transaction. Cash asset SOFP. Investment is asset, non-current asset, or you can put under investment or long-term investment heading in your asset column, asset section. Accounts receivable is asset SOFP. Accounts payable is liability SOFP. Land and building is asset SOFP. Motor vehicles is asset SOFP. Accumulated depreciation of motor vehicles SOFP. Reduce your asset value. Share capital is your CRE SOFP. Goodwill. What is this goodwill, guys? It is an intangible asset. It is under non-current asset. SOFP. Okay. In reality, those public listed company, they love business combination, business merging. So how business merging takes place? Normally, big company will acquire the small company, right? They will combine the business. Few reasons. They want to make a bigger concession in the industry, or the small firm can enhance, right, the productivity by joining the company which is having a big exposure in the economy. Okay, so let's say company A is a big company, company B is a small company. So I want to have this business combination. Company A, big company, must purchase share of company B, the small company. Okay, you must buy the company share. So if you buy 50% and more, you can control the company, we call it. There you go. You heard about the relationship parent versus subsidiary.
Not associate, okay? Associate different, 20 to 40% shares acquisition. They're one different story. You don't merge their account when you prepare SOFP, SOPL. So let's say company B, the small company, the total asset value, net asset value, let's say 200,000. Since this company B, auntie at the back, this company B is very good. Reputation is very good. I want to buy this company B, I must pay more than their asset value. Let's say I pay for 250,000. Okay, company A buy shares of company B, 250,000 pay them. Actually, their asset value only 200,000. So this different 50,000, that is the goodwill. That's why goodwill is intangible asset. Who determine this goodwill? Of course, we have the professional valuer that will value how much you can value the assets on the day company A wants to purchase company B. Okay, so in summary, goodwill is an intangible asset. We put under non-current assets. Okay, non-current assets. Assets, so debit balance. Long-term loan, this is our liability. SOFP. Dividends. This question, do we have to prepare? Okay, for this question, we have to prepare this one. Statement of retained earnings. Statement of retained earnings. So remember, dividend is not an expense. Dividend will reduce our retained earnings. So statement of retained earnings. Some book call statement of changes in equity. Same thing. Statement of changes in equity, SOCE. Okay. Retained earnings, statement of retained earnings. This is opening date. Opening date. Be careful. So, opening balance of retained earnings. Next, sales, SOPL. Purchases, COGS, SOPL. Inventory, opening inventory, guys. Okay, the date is 1st January, so I know it is an opening inventory, COGS, SOPL. Duty on purchases, okay, this is good. COGS, SOPL. It increase your purchase cost. Don't put under expenses. Because expenses at the bottom part, that is expenses normally for sales, marketing, finance, administrative. Related to purchases, you put it under expenses. Yes, somehow your net profit, same with my answer scheme, but you still cannot get full mark. Because your COGS is wrong, gross profit is wrong. Right? I will penalty you on that. You can get mark for the net profit, if any, but you cannot get full mark. Okay. Carriage hours, COGS. Same thing. Sorry. Carriage hours is transportation cost to send goods to the customer. You see? Carriage inwards, yes. COGS. Inwards, we bring back the stock into our business. Inwards, the stock move in. If outwards, the goods sent to the customer, not return. I'm talking about carriage, guys. Transportation cost. So this will be your expense. SOPL. You deliver goods to customer is under sales and distribution, under expenses. Return inward and return outward. I think students don't like this. Alamak, which one debit credit? That's why I said don't memorize. You must know the concept. Okay, go back to the root. Return inwards. Return inwards. Customer returns good to us. You see, inward my hand, okay? So, why customer return goods? Because we sold goods to them. We have sales. So, return inwards will reduce your sales. Look here, sales is credit. So, I know that return inwards should be there. Debit. So, this is my return inwards. And this one, of course, my outwards. Purchases on debit. Something reduced purchases on credit. Okay, both go to SOPL. Okay, next, discount received is a revenue, other revenue. SOPL. Rental. There you go. Again, you see, you have debit and credit. Go back to the root. We have two types of rental. Rental paid, rental received. Remember, when you have word received, it is a revenue. Revenue increase on credit. So I know that this is my rental received, and this one should be my rental paid. Why rental paid? Expense. Expense increase on debit. So normal balance debit. Are you okay? Excuse me. Both we charge to SOPL. One under revenue, one expense. Next, prepaid insurance. Asset, current asset. Remember prepaid insurance last week? SOFP. You are not supposed to pay. By right, the money is still with you. So it will be your asset. Okay? The amount of insurance that you're not supposed to pay. Excuse me. Income tax payable. You have the term payable. What does it mean? You have liability. We send to SOFP. Again, you look here. Credit liability. Salary expense. Obviously, our expense. SOPL. Depreciation expense. See the word expense. So it is an expense. SOPL. It is not your accumulated depreciation. Two different things, okay? Accumulated depreciation is provision account. Depreciation expense is an expense account. The double entry when you charge your depreciation every year. Debit, depreciation, expense, credit, accumulated depreciation. One go to the first one, debit, depreciation expense, SOPL. Credit, accumulated depreciation, go to SOFP. Like your interest just now. Okay. Commission received is a revenue. Other revenue. You have what received. Other revenue, so SOPL. Here, credit, right? Revenue, normal balance credit. Utility expense, SOPL. Medical expense, obviously expense, SOPL. Done. We have computed the interest just now, so we can prepare SOPL, SORE, and this SOFP, statement of financial position. Okay, firstly, name of the company and the title. Okay, here we have 3 columns, right? 3 columns. You want to have 2 columns, up to you. Okay, first, sales. The sales are written in Word. You want to park everything in the 3rd column, also okay. You want to do something like this, also okay. But very seldom people put in the 1st column and then suddenly go to 3rd column, the total. It's not proper lah. You want to go, excuse me. By the way. Very seldom we put in the 1st column these 2 and then we post here. So it seems like there's a gap. What happened in the middle? Yeah. So you want to do like this, also okay, or you want to do something like this, also accepted. Everything throw to the final column. Okay. Sales and the return inward. Sales. This one, done, tick. Return inwards. This one, done, tick. Okay. 237,500, we move to COGS. Opening inventory, purchases, minus return outwards. Okay, opening inventory, this one done. Purchases and return outwards. Okay, so this thing done. This item done. Right? Opening inventory in the second column, since you want to have this net purchases and cost of goods available for sales, okay, here. So I put it in the first column, or else you can put everything in the second column. Okay, so 79, 200, then we have this duty on purchase. It increase your purchase cost, right? So done. We don't have carriage inward, or else you plus here as well. Okay, so this plus 5,000, we get 84,200. Then your opening inventory plus cost of good purchase, and then you get cost of good available for sales. Some students, they confuse. Some of them skip this step. Opening inventory plus cost of good purchase, you get your cost of good available for sale. That's why I would prefer, no headache lah, just go, lump sum. That's it. Then you wrongly label. I will penalty you, for that. Okay, if you don't know, just make it simple. For us, you can go by 3 columns. Or some students very smart, they go by 3 columns, but they don't label which one is the cost of good available for sale, which one is the net purchase. They don't write this one. This thing all they don't write. Okay. No penalty, normally no mark. Okay, done with that. We go with the closing inventory in the additional information just now. This one, 40,000. Okay. So we minus 40,000. So this is your COGS. Actually, COGS is very, very important to be labeled. Later you do your assignment, definitely the COGS is helpful in your analysis. Cost of goods sold. It will affect many ratios. Like here, I don't like, they don't label the COGS. It should be labeled. It's not very important. Okay, so I get my net sales minus my COGS, positive, so gross profit. 153,800. Okay, and then we go to other revenues. Other revenue. Okay, we have commission received. Done. We have discount received. Discount received actually got 2 methods of presentation. Okay, 2 methods of presentation. But I noticed in your syllabus, we put under other revenue. Some book, they put together with sales. They put under COGS, COGS. Discount received, you receive from supplier, right? So it reduces your purchase cost. Some book, they put under COGS. But I notice your syllabus, I think put under other revenue. So follow your syllabus lah. Because if you put under COGS, your gross profit will be different. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's correct because discount received reduce our purchase cost. In MFRS also got 2 ways to present this discount received. But your syllabus, we put under other revenue. Is there anything else with the received? Is that all? Oh, we have another one, commission received. Oh, rental. Rental just now here. You see, that's important we highlight. Okay, rental received. So 3 things, 3 accounts. So we plus 5,800 total revenue, net revenue, 204,600. Then we list out the expenses. Very long, expenses. Normally in exam, the one make it longer is your list of expenses. Don't worry, put it in the under expenses. Okay, where is it? Expenses, salary expense, depreciation expense, utility expense, medical expense. Did I left anything? Prepaid insurance, rental paid. This one, rental paid. So done with rental. Carriage outwards, transportation cost to deliver goods to the customer. That's all. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Okay, done. Done, ding, done. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6? 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, another one. Yes, yes, yes. At the bottom here. This one. Don't forget, we have the interest expense. Interest on loan. Okay? Interest on loan. So done. Okay. So total up 180, 100 total expenses. We still have profits here. Okay, net profit of 24,500. Then now you can prepare SORE, statement of retained earning or statement of changes in equity. For the year ended will be the title. Next is your opening retained earnings, opening balance of retained earning. Here. Done. Next is your net income, which is we computed from the SOPL just now. This one wrong, SORE wrong. Okay, normally here got mark, got mark, got mark, got mark. Then we have the dividend. Remember, dividend is not an expense. It will reduce your retained earning. You see how many times I mentioned the statement. Okay, hopefully it will be stick in your mind. Minus the dividend. Don't plus dividend because dividend reduce your retained earning. You make payment to your shareholders, okay? So, retained earnings closing balance 49,500. We get this one, we send to our SOFP, which is here. Okay. All right. Let's have our SOFP. Firstly, the title and then draw line. I have 3 columns since I have accumulated depreciation. But in this question, we don't have provision for bad debt. We don't have allowance for doubtful debt. Okay. Non-current assets. We have the land and building. Normally, land has no depreciation. But actually, this building has depreciation, but your question simply like just put everything in, so there's no depreciation for building. Supposingly, it should be separated. When you work in future, you cannot have something like this. It should be separated because building comes with its own depreciation. So land and building and vehicles. Okay, everything we transfer lah, the asset, non-current asset. Mana land and building? Here. Here's your land and building. Right. Next is your motor vehicles. Next is your accumulated depreciation of motor vehicles. Okay, that's all for our non-current asset. So I get a total of 166. Okay, next is the investment. You want to put a category, you can write long-term investment. Same goes to your goodwill. You want to put a category, you can write intangible asset. You don't want, you just put it right after vehicles. Then fine, because these two is under non-current asset. It is not current asset. It is under NCA. And normally investment should come after all non-current assets, which is your PPE, your physical assets. Okay. All right. Where is my investment? Here, investment and your goodwill. Why like that? And okay, done. Transfer. Okay. 120.95. Next, we move to the current assets. Cash. Account receivables. What else? Prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. And don't forget our closing inventory here. Okay, 40,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, done. So we plus 133,500. Okay, then total up everything, sum up, we get 514,500 total assets. Counting with asset, we go to the L and E. Like here we start with the liability. You see, you put current liability first, next non-current liability. Also not a big deal. You don't want to categorize it, you put something like my format here, also okay. Everything throw. Okay, together with the C lah. Okay, current liability. We have three things. Current liability, this one, income tax payable. Oh, prepaid insurance done just now. Haven't highlighted. Your current asset. Accounts payable, 2. And then we have just now this one, don't forget here, interest payable liability. 3 items. Okay. 6K13252. Total 190. And then we have long-term loan. Long-term loan, this one. Okay. The loan is a liability. The interest is the expense. If you not yet pay the interest that you're supposed to pay for that year, it's become your current liability. Is that all? Okay, almost done. Then we go to the share capital, we transfer the capital, this one, 200,000. Okay, you want to write share capital, you want to write shareholders equity, what is it? Owner equity, you want to write equity, also okay. And then just now we transfer from the statement of retained earnings, so we get 249,500, we total up counting A equal to L plus C or L plus E. Okay, any doubt? If no, we move to question 5. What is my mistake last night? I drink a lychee kang last night, a bit only. I think that's made I have a sore throat this morning. Okay, try balance. Cheng Long Berhad, 31st December 20x5. That's our accounting year end financial period. We have let's see. Oh, nothing much. We just have the closing stock and the additional information, guys. So this one we send to COGS as OPL. Okay, let's go through the details of account. Share capital or equity as OFP. Inventory, look at the date. It is opening inventory. COGS as OPL. Account receivable and accounts payable. Receivables is asset. Normal balance is debit. Payable is liability. Normal balance is credit. Okay. Why got line? Oh, they ask put SS. Okay. Next. Wait. So this one both is SOFP. Trademarks. Intangible asset, non-current asset, SOFP. Others, maybe you can copyright. Patent. Franchise license. That is intangible asset. Okay. If let's say the headquarters of McDonald's, they have a trademark, right, on this McDonald's, so they have franchise license. Franchise license make this very expensive. It's nearly 1 million. If you want to open the drive-through one, much more expensive. Okay. All right. Asset, non-current asset, or you can put under intangible asset with heading. Land and building, asset, SOFP. Office equipment is asset, SOFP. Motor vehicles is asset, SOFP. Accumulated depreciation, SOFP, reduce the office equipment. Accumulated depreciation for motor vehicles, reduce the motor vehicles, SOFP. Purchases and sales. That's why I said don't memorize debit and credit. You should know the concept. Purchases, exactly like our expenses, right? Debit balance. Sales is revenue. So it should be on your credit balance. Okay? Duty on purchase, COGS. It will increase your purchases cost, your purchase cost. So SOBL, COGS, insurance expenses. Hey, some of you speak very loud, you know. Maybe it will disturb your friend. Be careful. Okay, interest on loan, expenses, SOPL. Okay, hold on. For this interest on loan, there's a drama here. You look at these two things, okay? Interest on loan, expenses, we know that. And then you look here, it's a debit. What is the drama? You look at the loan here. Value of the loan is 280. What is this 10%? It is the interest on loan. Okay? Interest on loan. Somehow behind, somehow in front. They write this interest rate. This is the rate. Okay, the rate of the interest on this loan. Okay, so if I compute 10% multiply 280, I get 28,000 interest. So now my question, how much is the interest for the year? 28,000 or 5,600? Try. Guys, think. Hey, later you have an exam. It's a big loss because it will become a tutorial. I completed my interest on loan. It is 10% out of 280,000. So the value of interest is 28,000 per year. A year, that is annual rate of interest. Okay. But here, when I have this interest on loan, I already have debit 5,600. What is that? Now my next question is, how much we are supposed to pay interest for the year? You answer that one first. 28,000 or 5,600? 28,000. Very good. Then, what to do with this 5,600? What does it mean? Guys, one. What is this? I know already my interest. I put at the bottom here. So interest on loan is equal to 10% multiply 280, 280,000. So I know that this is my interest expense. This is my expenses I send to SOPL. Because I supposed to pay interest on loan 28,000 for that year. But now my question is, what about this one? What is this? Interest on loan. Debit, this one. Who can answer? Expenses, yeah, I know, expenses. Who can answer? Young man, can you try? What's his name? What's your name? Jihan. Korean artist, eh? I think anytime I told. What is that? Jinghan, is it? Jinghan or Jinghan? Hmm. Who knows, I give 10 ringgit. Allah! In this question, they provide interest on loan, debit 5,600 in the trial balance. Okay. And then from here, it returns 10% interest. Okay. And then I have loan amount of 280,000. I computed my interest. It should be 28,000. So what about the 5,600? Meaning this 28,000 is my expense. I'm supposed to pay 28,000 interest on loan for this year. Then why I have this thing? Okay, 10 ringgit after that I give you. This 5,600 meaning the interest already paid for the year. So how much you not yet paid? That's the next question. How much you not yet paid? Gee, I very seldom keep cash, you know. But today I want to buy egg later. Alah! I already left in my car. It's okay. I owe you 10 ringgit. Because nowadays we don't bring cash, right? We bring handphones. But afterward, I need to buy egg. I want to do something during lunch. Promise you, I give you 10 ringgit. Now my question. What's the next question is, how much amount of interest on loan you're not yet paid? Very, very good. Hey, I think this thing many students may involve a big bang in the exam. So 28,000 supposed to pay. 5,600 already paid. So how much unpaid? The balance 28,000 minus 5,600 equal to 22,400. What is this? Interest payable. What is this? Liability. Where should we charge? SOFP. Okay. This thing you might forget. All right, done. Return inward, return outwards. Return inward, reduce sales. So it should be debit. Return outwards, reduce purchases on credit. And the loan amount. Prepaid salary and wages. Asset. SOFP, remember last topic we learned, okay, you are not supposed to pay the salary. Okay? Oh, next time I should not ask him. Later all gone 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit. I should ask others. Okay. Next, cash is asset. SOFP. Fixed deposit. This one more thing. Okay, fixed deposit. Investment. It is an investment. Company invest by buying this fixed deposit. Normally fixed deposit offered by bank. In Malaysia, you need to keep at least 3 years. Last time, when I was you, there's a fixed deposit you can keep for 1 year. Fixed deposit comes with high return. Okay? Fixed deposit, why call fixed? You cannot touch it. 3 years park there. Whatever happened to you, you cannot withdraw the money. So fixed deposit is your investment, long-term investment. It is under asset, non-current asset, SOFP. And what is this? 10%. Don't ask him. Later go another 10 ringgit. Hey, but no offer. This is not easy. Guys. What is that? When you invest, bank will give you interest. Why bank should pay you interest? Meaning on your side, you have interest received. Okay? Just now interest on loan. Now interest received on FD. I should write receive. Wait, interest receivables interest receivable. Or, no, better I put this one, kan? Better. Interest received on FD. It is your other revenue. So now, how much is the interest received? 10% multiply 10,000. Okay, 10% multiply 10,000. 1,000 kan? Aggregate, so we get 1,000. Am I right? Sometimes the okay. So much zero, so we confused. So interest received on FD, do we have any? Oh, it's already here. Okay, fine. It's okay. You compute. I saw there is the interest on FD. You see here? Credit 1,000, so correct lah. Or else it will be something like the interest on loan just now. How much you are supposed to receive the interest for the year? This one. Okay, how much you are supposed to receive for interest for the year? 1,000 ringgit. How much you already received? 1,000. So no adjustment needed. Interest on loan. How much you are supposed to pay for the year? 28,000. How much you already paid? 5,600 already paid. I should write full. Okay, already paid. How much you not yet paid? 22,400. Are you okay? You see, just a concept of somehow whether it is income or it is an expense. Okay, done with the deposit. Fixed deposit. Discount allowed, discount received. Discount received, ended with receive. So you have revenue, right? It should be on your credit. This one you must know the rule, or else you keep guessing which one. Then you don't know, you keep changing. One debit, one credit, then change. Go to debit, go to credit X. Carriage outwards expenses are delivery expenses to our customers. So SOBL, utilities, expenses, guys, your water bill, electricity bill, can be also your Wi-Fi bill. Expenses, SPL. Bank is asset, SOFP. Interest on fixed deposit, it is, it's a revenue. Other revenue, okay, please. Other revenue. SOPL. Salary and wages, expenses, SOPL. General expenses, obviously expense, SOPL. Rental, okay, careful. Again, we have rental receive, revenue, right, on credit. Rental expense on debit. Both go to SOPL. Dividend, SORE, statement of retained earning. Reduce your retained earning. Opening date retained earning, SORE. Do we have to prepare SORE? Yes. Okay, retained earning statement. Okay, very fast. I just need to highlight on the important thing because now already 10, nearly 10:50. Okay. The title, make sure you minus your written inwards. Okay, your COGS, make sure you have to add this duty on purchase. These are the things that you might overlook lah, the receipt. Okay, minus closing inventory. Closing inventory inside the additional information. Okay, we have the gross profit, and then we add other revenue. Okay, we have discount received, interest received just now, as well as rental received. This one you can refer to the question. Expenses, you see here, interest on loan, how much interest we need to pay for the year, 28,000. 5,600 already paid, the balance unpaid. Okay, don't forget your carriage outwards. We have discount allowed. Okay, do we have discount allowed? Oh, here. I put discount here. It should be discount. Expenses, discount allowed, and this one, discount received, is your revenue. Okay, so we have discount allowed. And you transfer all your expenses. We get profit, 1,550. Statement of retained earning, opening date, and the net profit you computed here. Okay. After that, minus dividend. We get the closing retained earnings, we send to our SOFP here, 74950. Okay. What's up in our financial position? Nothing much. Your non-current asset, you minus accumulated depreciation. Okay, this one. Your long-term investment for the fixed deposit and the intangible asset for the trademark. Again, you don't want to categorize it. You just park right after motor vehicles under NCA. But if you put under CA, I minus your mark. Wrong format. Okay. Next, your current asset. Don't forget we have this prepaid salary and wages. Okay, we get total asset and L plus E. We have the long-term loan. We have the accounts payable. We have the interest payable. Okay, we have the interest payable. This one also I show the working. In exam, no need to show this working, okay? No need to show this working. In the details, you just write interest payable. And then, okay, we transfer everything. So 551850, healthy. That's all. Because I want to go to the speed mat there. That's why I just leave it. I don't bring my handbag. Okay. That's all for today. Do you have any doubt? No? If no question, I end the session. Thank you very much. See you all next week. Bye-bye.